motion to accept that at this time.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hendricks, second by Mr. Siegel to approve the November minutes. All in favor? I'm sorry, monthly report. All in favor? Opposed? So carried.
The department has enhanced police presence in the various business district areas of Jersey Avenue, Fowler, Pike, Sussex, and Ball Streets with increased park and walk patrols. Officers administered naloxone and CPR to an unconscious 31-year-old female who had overdosed on heroin and were able to successfully save her. This occurred on November 24th in the early morning hours in West End. At this point, 99% of the department is trained to administer this drug. Sergeant Vicarella and Restorative Management Director Jeff Spitz provided the training recently, and all our officers received a free naloxone kit from Restorative Management. Members of the public are urged to receive this training and to also receive a free kit. The next meeting of the Police Committee is January 5th at 6 p.m. here in the Council Chambers. That's all I have in that, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Liaisons, CDA, Mr. Hendrick.
Thank you, Mayor. Back in August, the City of Port Jervis applied for New York State Community Development Block Grant funding of up to $200,000 to 10 selected recipients as approved by the Port Jervis CDA. The CDA committed up to 30% per project or a maximum of $100,000 in loans to the overall project. I'm pleased to announce that the 5 projects awarded a total of $750,000 in the Mid-Hudson, $200,000 in the Community Development Block Micro Enterprise Program funds were for the City of Port Jervis to assist 10 micro enterprises in the downtown Central Business District and create 10 jobs. Here to speak further on the program is the CDA Executive Director, Valerie Baczynski. Valerie?
I'm making available to the council and whoever is interested from the public an outline of the program. And I think it's going to be very interesting. I believe it's the first micro enterprise assistance program that we've had in Port Jervis. And the way it's being broken out is that of the 10 businesses, grants will be awarded in the amount of $5,000 to $35,000 per business. Those monies will be matched by a 10% grant by the applicant and then can be leveraged by a 30% loan from the Port Jervis Community Development Agency. So, for example, if someone were to apply for a $5,000 loan, they would have to provide $500 in cash, and then they could apply for an optional CDA loan at about $1,660. This would give that person over $7,000 to start a new business. In the mid-range, $15,000 plus $1,500 in cash, that allows them an optional $5,000 loan. They could start off with $21,500. And then on the high end, the $35,000, which is the upper level, $3,500 in cash, up to almost a $12,000 loan. That person can actually have over $50,000 available for their business. Now, since this is a community development block grant, the objective here is that it's going to benefit low to moderate income persons. And in Port Jervis, we have some 64% of our population is low to moderate income. Within this range, a single person with a maximum annual income of over $44,000 is actually eligible for this program, as is a family of 4 with an income of almost $64,000. So you can see that even people with considered, maybe somewhat difficult circumstances, with a little bit of money in their pocket, they can actually start a business here in Port Jervis. Our first priority will be to businesses that are located or to be located in Port Jervis and that would be owned by a Port Jervis resident. The second priority will be to businesses that are located or to be located in Port Jervis and are owned by residents outside of Port Jervis. So the whole idea is to have a business in Port Jervis with that issue. And the third priority will be to business that are located outside of Port Jervis, but will hire a low to moderate income resident of Port Jervis. Now, these micro businesses would consist of 1 to 5 people, one being the owner. So this could be a single person business. Additional considerations will be awarded to minority and or women-owned businesses, otherwise known as MWBE, and veteran-owned businesses. We would like to prioritize these businesses as ones that will complement the objectives of the economic development process that we're establishing here in Port Jervis. Right now, we are starting the whitewater kayaking park. We're following that along to see if that's going to come into Port Jervis. We're entering the permitting process for that. Hopefully we will hear in the spring that that's a yes. Along those lines, we're going to be looking to apply for additional CDBG funds through the CFA process in the spring. And we're also pursuing other additional sources of revenue for that project. The Whitewater Park is part of the project, whereas outside of Port Jervis and within Port Jervis, we have a lot of history. We have a lot of opportunity here to bring people here to enjoy the beauty that we have here in Port Jervis. We're talking about a 1-mile stretch of the canal, open with standing water. We're talking about trails on 4,000 acres of reservoir property that might be opened up to walking, hiking, and biking. And with all these opportunities, Port Jervis is very well positioned to become what's known as a destination location here in Port Jervis. We could very well be known for our recreational opportunities, as well as our history as being a canal town and a railroad town. So this is a foray looking forward to the opportunities that our residents could join in the economic prosperity that we are looking forward to here in Port Jervis. And I'm very happy and pleased, and I thank the board very much so for supporting the original resolutions, the Common Council, the mayor, all the assistance I received when I was putting the grant together, and particularly to Governor Cuomo and the Mid-Hudson Regional Economic Development Council for making this possible. So I look forward to any questions you may have. The application process most likely will be opened in early 2015. We have to get through a lot of paperwork with the government first. That includes a contract and signatures, acceptance, and then we can start moving through with our application process, which will be very widely advertised. In the meantime, I'm certainly available for questions at the CDA, and I have a listing on the website or in the phone book, and available over the phone or through email. Any questions?
Thank you, Valerie. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And the next meeting of the CDA is, that's a good question. I think we moved it to December 17th at 7 p.m. due to the holidays. We're having it a week early, so Wednesday, December 17th, 7 p.m., second floor of the Pike Street Rec Center. Yeah, it definitely is. I had to think about it a second. We'll be there. That's it on that.
Thank you, sir. IDA, Mr. Ritchie.
Thank you, Randy. IDA has canceled their December meeting, and our next meeting will be January 14, 2015. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. ADA, Mr. Hendrick.
Thank you, Mayor. The ADA last met on September 18th. The next quarterly meeting was tentatively scheduled for this Thursday, the 11th, but it appears there wouldn't be a quorum, so it will be rescheduled for January, and I'll announce that date at a later council meeting. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Siegel, Housing Authority.
Thank you, Mayor. The last meeting at Housing Authority was November the 25th. At that meeting, they approved the community room reservation bid. There were two bids, and they took the lowest of the two. That is in progress right now. What's my place here? Oh, here. And then the next meeting is December 23rd at 7 p.m. at Hillside Terrace. And as a reminder, the meeting day has changed to the fourth Tuesday of every month. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Community room reservations?
Yeah.
Renovation.
Okay, I asked the same question.
Mr. Waligrowski, Recreation Commission.
Thank you, Mayor. The Recreation Department is once again participating in Santa's Toy Box this holiday season. Santa's Toy Box is our annual toy drive. We are accepting new toys for boys and girls of the tri-state area. New toys can be dropped off at the youth center weekdays between 3 and 7 p.m. If you can't make it those hours, please call or email us and we can make arrangements for the pickup. Call us at 858-4045 or email pjrec@frontier.net. Please help us help the children. We're accepting toys up to December 22nd. Youth Center, with assistance from Empowering Port Jervis and Affinity Health Plan, will be hosting a Winter Wonderland Party on Tuesday, December 23rd from 11 to 3. Please contact the rec office at 858-4045 for more details. The Co-Ed Youth Basketball registration will be held this Wednesday, December 10th at the Youth Center from 6 to 8. This will be the last day to register. Basketball practice starts this Saturday, December 13th at the ASK Gym. Our Busybody Arts and Crafts class will have its last class this Saturday, December 13th. The Youth Center schedule for the winter break will be as follows: 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. the 22nd through the 24th. It will be closed on December 25th and 26th. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. December 29th and through the 31st. And closed January 1st and 2nd. There's plans underway for recreation-sponsored field trips this winter to include the following: an indoor water park trip to Split Rock Resort in January, snow tubing at Fernwood in February, and the dates and times for both trips are to be determined. The next Recreation Commission meeting will be held on Thursday, January 15th at 7 p.m. at the Youth Center. Thank you.
Sir. Tourism, Mr. Belcher.
Thank you, Mayor. The Tourism Board thanks all who made the city's downtown Christmas tree lighting on Saturday, November 29th, a happy event. We thank Santa and Mrs. Claus, the Port Jervis Fire Department for bringing the Clauses downtown, the DPW, the PJ Police Department, the Salvation Army, and Bon Secours Hospital for providing hot chocolate and donuts. The Broom Street Band for festive holiday music, but last but not least, all in the community who came and supported this Port Jervis tradition. The Tourism Board's German Christmas Market, Chris Kindlemark, on November 30th was a wonderful event and a big success. I would like to thank Laura Meyer for all the work that she put into this Chris Kindlemark, the extra work and time. We also thank our city agencies for the extra work this event caused, the DPW City Clerk's Office and Police Department. We also thank all of our quality vendors, the shoppers who came to the Christmas market, and the visitors who came to see the Sand Express. We appreciate that the Sand Express made the trip from Eldred to deliver some Christmas magic to our children of all ages. This weekend, we're going to have a couple of more holiday weekends happenings. As Kathy Hylas spoke about before, the winter concert sponsored by the Port Jervis Council for the Arts and featuring a professional string ensemble is this Saturday, December 13th, at the historic Reformed Church at 30 East Main Street in Port Jervis. And that will be at 7 p.m. If you attended the concert last May, as Ms. Hylas mentioned, You know how wonderful this will be. Tickets are now on sale in various shops. $10 in advance, $15 at the door, and students are free. The snow date is the next day. Find more information on their website, PortJervisCouncilForTheArts.org. Also, the 43rd Annual Rick Dew Holiday Parade, presented by the Tri-State Chamber of Commerce, is this Sunday, December 14th. The parade is lined up at 1 o'clock, and the parade starts at 2 o'clock, and travels from Canal Street to Pike Street, over the bridge to the Matamoros Firehouse in Airport Park. For more information, visit the Chamber's website or their Facebook page. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. When's your next meeting?
We're not having a meeting in December. We're having a gathering and maybe dinner on the 16th or the 17th of December.
Thank you, sir. Zoning Board, Mr. Ritchie.
Thank you, Mayor. The zoning board was scheduled to meet on December 2nd, but based on the inclement weather, the zoning board canceled that meeting, and we are scheduled to meet tomorrow night, December 9th,
Looking good.
at 7 p.m. at the council chambers, and I guess I should say weather permitting. That's
You
all
might
I
as
have
well
with the
pick
zoning
another
board.
date right now.
Thank you. Planning Board, Mr. Ritchie.
Thank you, Mayor. The planning board's next scheduled meeting is December 16th at 7 p.m. at the council chambers. But on November 26th, the planning board had a special meeting, and I'd like to thank Mr. Siegel for filling in for me because I had a meeting at the same time up at the council chambers. I also would like to thank the planning board for arranging that special meeting so that we can get these two businesses going and up and running. The first one was on Ming Moon on 59 Front Street, and the issue was the enclosed dumpster with the new local law. The city provided a space that they leased from the railroad so that he can put the enclosed dumpster there. After discussion, that was approved. The second part of the special meeting was 50 Fowler Street, which is the NSR auto sales. We were waiting on county planning board comments. They received those. The only question they had was the obscuring the vision from Franklin Street onto Fowler. The owner of the business said that they would take care of that. And now the planning board is just waiting for final site approval, which has to include the number of employees and the hours of operation. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thanks to the Planning Board for being expedient on that. Plumbing Board, Mr. Siegel.
Thank you, Mayor. The Plumbing Board did not meet in December. The next meeting of the Plumbing Board is January 7th at 6:30 p.m. right here in the council chambers.
Electrical.
Electrical Board did meet on December the 3rd, and a couple issues, there were a couple, not issues, there were a couple people that wanted to get licenses, and they were approved. And the next meeting is January 7th at 6:45 p.m. right here in the council chambers. That's all I have, Mayor, on that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Senior Advisory, Mr. Siegel.
Yes, I met with the senior housing representatives and residents during the month. There were no major issues to report, and that's all I have about that. Thank you.
Sir. Access 23, anything?
Nothing. I did, however, speak to Mr. Keys, and I did indicate to him that we haven't had a report in quite some time, and that we're looking forward to having a report maybe next month. Thank you. Do you have a report? He's adjusting the camera.
All right.
Thought he put his hand up.
Under Mayor's Correspondence and Information Update, do I have a motion on the floor to pass local law number 13?
Second.
A motion by Mr. Hendrick, second by Mr. Revozo. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. I'm going to hold off until it executive session on the budget, as there were some items, correct, Mr. Bell, that we needed to talk about?
Yes.
Thank you. Just a reminder that you can go online or you can go to the city clerk's office and either get a resident or a business form. These are forms that I've been talking about. There's information on here that you can put on here, you can choose not to put on here, but it helps us when we're looking for those businesses that, like even Ms. Majinski was talking about, to come to the city so that we don't duplicate services and that we don't, and that we're able to service the people that need to be serviced in the city. So if you go online, you can fill them out. Just a reminder that we are on the Haunted Trail for the New York State. This haunted trail is for all of New York State, and it talks about the different, there's some haunted houses, haunted hotels. Ours is Laurel Grove Cemetery, and it's really neat. You can go online. There's a link on our website. Just this past week, Mrs. Majinski went to a special invite presentation to people from outside of the country that were looking for different things when they come into the area. And she put together this brochure that gives some highlights of Port Jervis and some of the things that we have to offer and some of the things that we're even working on for those business partners. So I want to thank you for that. Great job. Is this still up?
Yes.
Okay. Bon Secours Community Hospital, there is a link on our website, and also you can also get the hard copy form in my office or down at the city clerk's. Just a few questions, just asking you about healthcare and how healthcare can be improved for those people in the tri-state area that in Port Jervis that want the healthcare that they expect here in the area. I have a letter dated November 24th, 2014. Dear Mayor Decker, the Port Jervis Little League is in the planning stages of the upcoming 2015 season, and we would like permission to put some signs on city property to encourage students to sign up for the 2015 season. If this is possible, please let me know where we can put our 18-inch by 24-inch yard signs that promote our nonprofit league registrations. We are looking to put some of them on the islands, especially by the traffic lights. Thank you for your time and support. Michael Cordisco, Port Jervis Little League Secretary and Information Officer. What's your pleasure?
Make a motion, we allow.
Second. I have a motion by Mr. Walagrowski, a second by Mr. Bell to approve. Discussion?
I think the only thing would be making it subject to DPW approving of the locations, which I don't think would be a problem.
Gentlemen, yes?
Sure.
Mr. Bell?
Yeah, all right.
I think Jack knows where we want to have it put, so. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you. All right, so this is up on the website now. There is the City of Port Jervis Holiday Lighting Celebration. There are two categories. There's traditional, and that's the white lights, or the festive. To register your home or business, you can contact my office at 845-858-4017. You have until next Monday, December 15th at 5 p.m. to enter your home or business. All we're looking for is a name, address, phone number, and the category you want to be judged. There is no cost to enter this, and judging will be done on the week of December 15th through the 19th, which is next week, and winners will be announced on Monday, December 22nd. Winners will receive a recognition certificate, ribbon, and of course, bragging rights. So if you want to check this out, you can go on our website. The link is right on the upper right-hand corner.
Probably a picture in the paper, too.
What's that?
They'll probably get a picture in the paper.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll get a picture. Community Builders Winter Fun Day at PJ Bowl is Friday, December 12th from 10:30 to 1:30. This event is sponsored by Kathy Shortell and the City Port Jervis Nutrition Program, the Mayor's Office, Warner Shop from PJ Bowl, Brother Bruno's Pizza, and Mark and Terry Steinhaus from Nationwide Insurance. Any questions, please contact 856-2113 for information on that. And again, that is Community Builders Winter Fun Day. It was already mentioned, but the winter concert is this Saturday. It's definitely something to see, the string ensemble, and then of course the sing-along. For those of you that don't sing, you don't have to sing along. This Sunday, Tri-State Chamber of Commerce, 43rd Annual Ricky Drew Parade starts on Canal Street. Lineups at 1 o'clock, parade starts at 2. Something new that's been blasted on Facebook, but so people are aware of it, but I do have a request. I'm requesting for Sunday, December 21st of 2014, that Front Street between Pike and Sussex be closed for a community event that will be held at Brother Bruno's. This is going to be a fabulous giveaway of Santa's gifts. Santa will be there, as will real reindeer. This is requested by myself and Gina Lamoureux. What's your pleasure? I've already spoke with the chief. He doesn't have a problem with it.
Make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Ritchie, a second by Mr. Cunningham. Discussion?
You're gonna take care of the reindeer?
I'm not cleaning up after him. They're
That's
workers.
kinda what I meant.
Only clean up after.
And they're gonna give out gifts?
Yeah. Gina's Hope Chess has gotten tons of gifts, donations, and they're going to be handing out gifts to kids.
What time was it, Mayor?
It is...
It's on the flyer I gave you.
Oh, here.
Okay.
It is from 1 to 4.
4. 1 to 4 on Sunday, December 21st. So it should be a good time. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried, thank you. There is going to be a Winter Wonderland. This is being held by Affinity Health Plan at the Port Jervis Youth Center at 134 Pike Street on Tuesday, December 23rd from 11 to 3. This is in partnership with the Mayor's Office, Empowering Port, Affinity Health, and MINS, Affinity Health Plan. There's going to be a DJ, Santa Claus, hot chocolate for families, cookies for families, and decorations as well as entertainment. Again, this is for December 23rd, Tuesday from 11 to 3 at the Youth Center. This past Saturday night, I had the opportunity, I know I wasn't here for the last meeting, there was some concern about the probation office and the request by the council to close it. So, Mr. Zukowski, who I guess spoke at the last meeting, along with Ms. Horsham and several people that they had come to this meeting, talked about some of the background behind why we requested the probation office to be closed. And this is something that has happened over the last year, and I explained to them all the steps. Some of the highlights that I wanted to bring out to everybody was that there was a concern that the timing was inappropriate for what happened in Port Jervis in November, and I just wanted to assure them that timing just happened to be that way when it was asked. It wasn't anything that was planned. We talked about the city charges our DMV downstairs $25,000 to be housed here in Port Jervis. DMV can be used by anybody, literally anybody from 3 years old to 100 years old. And the reason I say 3 years old is if your family decides that they want to go to Mexico or they want to go on a cruise or they want to go to Canada, instead of getting a passport, they can get an enhanced driver's license, and you need that from the age 3 and above. So you can go to the DMV. Of course, it works for permits and licenses, and then of course, as you get older, the people who have glasses need to go either to that physical location or to somebody that's certified that can do the eye test. Any transactions that happen in the Port Jervis DMV, a portion of the transaction becomes county sales and county money that ends up going into the coffers for the county, so that we benefit from it. If you go online and you do your transaction online, the entire amount goes to the state of New York. The county gets none. I spoke to them. I told them that I had spoke to the Orange County Real Estate liaison, who's John McCary. I asked them about the 2020 lease. The 2020 lease can be broke if there are any cutbacks in state aid, and of course every year there are cutbacks in state aid. So they do have an out on the lease. Our DMV, as I explained to them, has been doubled in the last couple of years. As for that building, if if probation were to leave. Veteran Services want to expand up there. I'm looking, and this is going to be the first time Mary hears of this, but it was pieces that I was putting together. I'd like to see if we can get Bon Secours to partner with our Orange County Department of Health and possibly mental health. That's why the questions were, do we want mental health closed? We do not want mental health closed. But